is emotional permanence and how does it connect and affect people with BPD? So, emotional permanence in the context of borderline personality disorder refers to the capacity to believe in the feelings of others, even when those individuals are not present, physically or actively expressing those feelings. And individuals with BPD may struggle with emotional permanence, making it difficult to maintain a stable sense of the other person's love and care, especially when they're not nearby or actively reassuring them. And BPD is characterized by intense and fluctuating emotions, often leading to a perceived lack of emotional permanence and having negative perception. So individuals with BPD may have difficulty perceiving the whole person, including positive and negative aspects. So, that black and white thinking. This leads to this sense that others are either completely all good or all bad, which can make it hard to maintain that emotional permanence. And this can significantly impact relationships, leading to instability, insecurity, and potentially even conflict or avoidance. Essentially, emotional permanence is about having a stable and reliable belief in the love and care of others, which can be a significant challenge for those with BPD due to the disorder's impact on emotional regulation and the fear of abandonment. So a bit more on what emotional permanence is. Do you find yourself wondering about how other people feel about you when you're not around? Are you concerned that other partners, friends, family members don't love you as much as they say they do? Do you tend to doubt their feelings and worry about your relationship? Do you feel like when people are out of sight, they're likely out of mind or likely out of their mind? If so, you are likely lacking emotional permanence. Emotional permanence is when you can maintain certainty that your partner or other loved ones care about you, even when you are not in their presence or when they are not actively telling you that they care about you. And emotional permanence can be considered a more specialized version of object permanence. That's when you understand things still exist in your world, even if you can't see them. What does it mean to lack emotional permanence? So, lacking emotional permanence means that you're not secure in how others feel about you unless they're actively telling you. And even then, you may not believe them. So, it can look like the following: you don't trust how others feel when you're not there. Validation and reassurance are strong needs for you. Your emotions are unstable, you engage in doomsday thinking, and regulating your emotions is a challenge. Feelings may fluctuate a lot, it's hard for you to believe how others feel about you, and you lack trust in others. Luckily, even if you are lacking in emotional permanence, there are ways to develop it. And the first step is introspection and understanding what you're lacking in the first place and understanding what's missing. If someone has difficulty with emotional permanence, they begin to build it by first understanding why they question their loved one's loyalty and dedication. And it's recommended to spend time on your own or with a therapist. Gain a stronger understanding of your own feelings, emotions, and beliefs. Trust building, learning how to trust yourself and others, is key to gaining emotional permanence. Take small steps in establishing trust and reassure yourself as frequently as needed. Relearning attachment style. Emotional permanence can be impacted by how you were parented. If you're brought up in a manner that led you to be anxiously attached, that needs to be addressed. If someone had inconsistent or neglectful caregivers growing up, it would make sense that it is challenging to believe that people can be consistently loving and caring. And people can benefit from going to therapy and gaining insight and learning how to reparent themselves. And that final step in establishing emotional permanence is very important. This is when people fill in the gaps for themselves and take care of themselves and their needs in the way that we wish our caregivers had done for us when we were young. And if you are struggling with managing your emotions, there are steps you can take to better get them under control. Introspection is a key way to gain deeper understanding of what's going on with ourselves. And a large part of managing emotions in healthy ways is not just about finding solutions, but also finding the reasons why we are struggling with certain issues. And being able to search and seek to understand ourselves without judgment can go a long way in managing our emotions. It may take time for you to suss out why you feel the way you do about different things, and that's okay. There's no timeline for this work. From there, we can move forward. Once we are very open with ourselves on how we got here, then we can search for healthy coping mechanisms to replace unhealthy practices, such as going for a walk outside instead of sitting at home worrying about our problems, journaling rather than venting to unsupportive people, etc. Because a lack of emotional permanence can be so deeply rooted in our past and our upbringing, we can't expect that the journey to achieving it will be a fast one. However, it's completely possible to improve our overall emotional health, and cultivating a sense of emotional permanence is no exception to that. By examining how we develop the patterns we have, then looking into changing them, we can then become more secure. From there, we can find ourselves happier and healthier in our relationships. I hope this was helpful, and always remember, knowledge is absolutely power.